Evan, they're starting 5 minutes after the clock. So we got time. It's not 2 minutes. And the PA guy's not even here. So I guess you want to just put me on after the anthem, do the same thing?
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
That works?
Yeah.
All right.
I usually just want my camera mic so I can pick up the PA.
Okay. How do you think this is going to go for me? You think it's going to be a mess, or
What's that?
you think this will be all right?
I think it'd be good. Listen, I thought it sounded great last.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, sounded good. Kept a good level in your voice and everything. Didn't sound, too low, too loud.
Good. I just hope that, like, the music and stuff, is it going to get picked up on this when he's blasting stuff and yelling? Is it more sense? Is this going to pick up more like the music and the PA stuff?
I don't think so. I can try and control it a little bit, but it should be good. We usually sometimes do it with that kind of mic.
You have done it. Okay.
Yeah, so
all right, cool.
Should be good.
All right, I appreciate you doing a great job.
Thanks, man.
You got it. Thank you. Alright, so you got us on this, so we're gonna have to battle external in our, like, this is, you got all the other shit going on, but you have a headset, you're kind of locked into stuff.
So we're just gonna be passing this back and forth?
Yeah, what I'll do is, I'll find spots for you, because you gotta, like, hold it, so, like, setting up for a corner kick, going into it, maybe I'll pass it over to you, have you go that way.
Two of my JV kids that I brought into Varsity.
Oh, really?
Yeah. This is both Chaminade's Varsity. You got a St. Anthony's one? Okay, perfect. So one of my good friends, Bob, right here, he's the one that I hooked up with for the St. Bulgic stuff. The St. Anthony's striker, playing for his brother, who passed away weekend. Number 26 for St. Anthony's.
I got nothing from that coach. St. Anthony's didn't put me on.
Okay, well that's
What's your grandpa's name? Bob Craven.
Bob Craven.
The PA guy. That's the guy that's mad me on the plane at school. Remember I told you the story?
Yeah.
That guy came in and said to teach you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome to Chaminade Field on the campus of Adelphi University for tonight's Nassau Central Catholic High School Athletic Association Boys Varsity Soccer Championship match featuring the St. Anthony's Flyers and the Chaminade Flyers.
Why are you wearing Grimace? Where's his photography? I don't
1, Cole Lawrence. He's a senior. Number 4, senior Mark Berner. On defense, a junior number 6, Ethan Chang. In the midfield, a junior number 11, Jaden Cripsey. In the midfield, a sophomore number 8, Nicholas Gentile. In the midfield, a junior number 7, Kyle Godoy. In the midfield, a sophomore number 22, Augustin Kina. In the midfield, a junior number 9, Jaden Lopez. On defense, a senior number 30, Angelo Lucigiano. On defense, a senior number 3, Justin Martinez. And at forward, a sophomore number 26, Shane Rossiter. The head coach of the St. Anthony's Friars is Don Correa. The assistant coaches are Michael Loughlin, DJ Correa, Flavio Ferry, Brendan Reardon, Jeff Michelli, and the athletic director is Joe Minucci. And now introducing the Chaminade Flyers. In goal is senior number 1, Anastanos Pasakiotis. On defense, a junior number 2, Nicholas McConaughey. On defense, a senior number 3, Connor Capabianco. On defense, a senior number 5, Anthony Ferrante. In the midfield, a senior number 6, Jack Dorsey. In the midfield, a senior number 7, Massimo Bruno. In the midfield, a senior number 8, Robert Malave. At forward, a senior number 9, Gianluca Ferranda. In the midfield, a senior number 11, Massimo Farginoli. A junior in the midfield, number 15, Michael Price. And a junior on defense, number 24, Matthew Kacharnik. The head coach of the Chaminade Flyers is Brian Anselmo. The associate head coach is William Easthead. The assistant coaches are Matthew Chikovich, Tim Gallagher, and Matthew Mason. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask you to please rise and put yourselves in the presence of God for our opening prayer tonight. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, amen. Strong and faithful God, as we come together for this contest, we ask that you bless these athletes, keep them safe from injury and harm, instill in them respect for each other, and reward them for their perseverance. Lead us all to the reward of your kingdom, where you live and reign forever and ever, amen. In the name of the Father, the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, amen. We ask everybody to please remain standing and remove their caps as we honor America and those who serve to protect it with the playing of our national anthem.
This is the Catholic Soccer League Boys Championship featuring Chaminade versus St. Anthony's. I'm Robert Anderson, joined here with my partner today in crime. It's going to be Coach Akil Rodney. You're watching the T&D Sports Network, and the game about to begin. Absolutely perfect, beyond perfect conditions here in Garden City. The weather at game time is a cool 51 degrees. It actually might have gone up a little bit from the last start. 51 degrees on a picturesque fall day here in Garden City. And this is a Battle of the Titans, Chaminade versus St. Anthony's in the finals. I'm going to introduce you to Coach Rodney. Coach, looking at this one out of the gate, what are we in for as far as the battle? Two teams that know each other well. What do you see?
Yeah, so like you've mentioned, two teams that know each other well. They've played each other twice this season. Both games very tight. I know Chaminade won one game 1-0, the other game 1-1. Obviously, there's a lot more on the line tonight. Fans are here. You can feel the intensity in the air, and I'm looking forward to a good one. I've heard a lot of good things about both teams all year, and I'm just happy to be here tonight.
And in Chaminade, you've got a team that likes to do a high press, spread the field, get creative up top, and keep it simple in the back, and that's something every team wants. Simplicity in the backfield and a good press up top. And then on the other side, talking to St. Anthony's coach, Don Correo, pretty simple. Sound fundamentals. This is a special group. They are fundamentally very good. Familiarity can be good or bad depending on the night. Keep the ball on the ground. Defend well. They don't want it in the air. Chaminade in the red. St. Anthony's in white. And we're going to bring you all the action here at Adelphi. And, folks, we're going to ask just like the girls, be patient. We've got dirty windows and the lights get a little dark in those corners, so we're going to do our best bringing the action, and it is a physical battle to begin this one. And a congratulations on this broadcast to the St. Anthony's girls, D'Souza, banging in a game winner. They beat Kellenberg 2-1, so we've crowned a champion for St. Anthony's. We'll see if we can crown a second one here for St. Anthony's, but I think Chaminade might have something to say about it. For St. Anthony's, their head coach, Don Correo. Again, he's been in the program for quite a while. And on the other side, Brian Anselmo. He is a coach for 32 years, 19 on JV, 10 as a freshman's coach, his second year as a varsity coach. And he's got a great crew with him. We'll talk about the assistant coaches as the game goes on, but we've got some action down on the field as that ball sent down deep. And now let's talk about it. Going to be a throw-in here for St. Anthony's. That throw played to the feet of Nicholas Gentile, wearing number 8. Gentile, 4 goals and 6 assists on the season. Dynamic player. But the other way, here comes Chaminade. Both of these teams have a lot of speed. They can play to the ground. Here, number 24, Matt Kucharnik. Playing it down in the corner. And this, a beautiful cross, but broken up out in front by St. Anthony's. Heavy touch here, but manages to keep it on the field in the corner. This one played back. Booted in, and quite the boot it was. Anthony Ferrante, the senior center back, big guy, can win the 50-50s. And from my hometown, Franklin Square. Would you love to have a guy like that in the back? Number 5, big guy.
Who wouldn't, honestly? And like you said, big boot. He's all the way up the field at that point, which means he has a great feel for the game, great read. And like you said, who wouldn't like a guy like that on their team?
And I always like a guy from Franklin Square. I'm sure familiar with A&S Bagels. And there he is again, Ferrante giving chase, trying to shield him out, and then his other partners joining in. It's, again, big Ferrante in the middle, flanking him. Matt Kucharnik. And on the other side, Nick McConaughey. That whistle blown, and how about the referees for today? In the middle, referee Joe Flick. Ironically, Joe and I on a field earlier today. He was working Suffolk County, so just so you know, the hard work that people put in. Joe Flick, 2 games today, 1 out at Walt Whitman High School. I did 2 over there, and now 2 here at Adelphi. He's joining us on the field. His ARs are Ian Reed and Randy Vogt. AR's the guys on the sideline with the flags, telling us if things are out, offside, and, of course, communicating with the center ref via the headset. So the action, again, both teams doing what they want to do, playing it to feet. Little shove there, arm up. It's going to be an easy call, and the first foul of the game is going to be put on the ground as Chaminade's Robbie Malavi goes down. Quick play. That one put out in front, broken up by the defense. Chaminade, a team, again, that wants to play aggressive up top. Try not to give up too much. Both teams playing to feet. They don't want to get into a battle of the long ball. A nice, nifty move there by Massimo Forgnoli. That one put out in front to Gianluca Faranga. He goes down, and let's take a look at what happens here. Big moment in the game, Coach.
Yes, big moment indeed. Both teams looking to play to feet, but not only playing to feet, these guys are end-to-end right now, going up and down the field with great speed. So it's this time of the playoffs where guys are fit, guys are sharp. So, again, I think we have a really good game on our hands. Let's see what happens here with this free kick.
And the guy that did get taken down, Gianluca Falanga, forward, 18 goals, 4 assists on the season, the leading goal scorer. We'll see who's up over the ball. They haven't asked for 10 yet, and the wall is not 10 yards away, creating their own little wall. It's going to be Falanga and Ferrante standing in front of the ball. And that shot, a banger in the net, and it is Jack Dorsey scoring and opening up the first goal of the game, 1-0 Chaminade. And my goodness, the senior midfielder, 14 goals, 9 assists on the season, D1 pace, best player on the team, maybe best in the whole league, number 6, Jack Dorsey. A good attempt there, ranging to his left, was the goalkeeper, Cole Lawrence. But how about Dorsey?
Honestly, unbelievable. One thing I love about the playoffs is moments, you know, and him, obviously, for them to put that together on the training pitch, credits to the coach, but it's another thing to come out and execute. We saw last game that set pieces played a big part, and here we are again to start this game. So, playoff atmosphere, here we go.
And it is a set piece indeed. Jack Dorsey and some fans in the house for him. Floral Park genius mathematician Bart Curcio out there with his son Ryan Curcio. Ryan plays for Colmac, and he's here. Big fans of the Dorsey clan. So we saw them up and celebrating. But Jack Dorsey opens up the scoring 1-0 Chaminade. Folks, 34 minutes on the clock. We are 6 minutes in. And this game is buzzing already. They got to keep the physicality down, as Coach Rodney said. You don't want to give up the free kicks. Driving into the corner here is Kyle Godoy. Kick back out. Trying to settle. A good slide tackle there, out of bounds. Nothing's going to get called there. It got the ball. Leg looked like it got up, but it was after the play. Here's Godoy. Trying to find space, but a little too heavy. And that's going to roll out of bounds. And how about the goalkeeper? So for St. Anthony's, the goalkeeper, starting the year, Cole Lawrence, he's got 51 saves on the year. Plays a great game. And then on the other side, Thano Pasakiolis. This is his third. He was a third-string goalie last year behind 2 senior studs. This year he's got 10 shutouts. The team had 12. He's a shot stopper, quick and athletic, great in the air, and he's backed up by a sensational junior goalkeeper, Matthew Lagasse. His dad is basically one of the tops in the world of Nassau County soccer, the coach of Lawrence High School, and he's attending the game today with his daughter, Mia. So lots of fans out there for both sides. Offside's called. Right now it is a high-paced game. Ball's going to be put on the ground here. See if they play it short. One of the things that St. Anthony's did say, they don't take too many goal kicks on their side. They like to play short. But here, when you got a boot like that, oh, my goodness gracious. Long leg, and that one gets down the field. A lot of physicality in this one. Passing it back, as they do, Lucas DiClemente.
So with the early goal, it'll be interesting to see how the game kind of shifts, right? Obviously, both teams coming with a plan, and even going up a goal can shift the plan, or going down a goal. So, again, early in the game, so let's see if that has anything to do with how the game goes.
It is all about momentum in the playoffs, and right now, another free kick. It's Jack Dorsey, the lone goal scorer already. We'll see if he tries to put it on frame or set something up. Heavy formation right outside the 18. This one put to the far post, up in the air. And what a great job there by Cole Lawrence, the tall, lanky goalkeeper, getting his hands on it. And that's the kind of vision you want out of a keeper coming off the line. Bravery, but at the same time, secure the ball. Keep it in your hands under pressure. Good flick. Broken up in the back by Ferrante. Ferrante, noticeably a large defender, 50-50 guy. Will win it in the air. You saw that there. And now this speedy midfield trying to get it going. Dorsey loses the touch on that one. It goes out. Oh, correction. Stays on the pitch. From over here, it looked like it went over, but the AR is in a perfect spot. And, losing the handle here, and now some pressure coming down the field. It's Massimo Fargnoli. And they are bringing pressure, Coach Rodney.
That they are. You can see that Chaminade, like we talked about, their momentum is clear as day right now. They're feeling confident, and they are on the front foot. Again, just sometimes it's all about taking a chance, and you can see the outside winger pressured, was able to steal the ball, and these guys are looking to run at guys all night. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see how St. Anthony's able to make some adjustments to handle these speedy wingers.
Well, one of the things that they want to do is try to get their top going. And right there, they were looking for number 15, Liam Kessler. Liam, a goal and 2 assists on the season, and he can get something going. And then the other one, as a player goes down, we're going to continue play. Players back up. And the body's going down left and right over here, on and off the ball. But the other guy that's up there on this team, number 26, Shane Rossiter. Shane, 12 goals and an assist, and he's got another motivation. His grandfather, Bob Craven, passed away a week ago, and he has got another level to his game tonight. So 12 goals on the season, an elite goal scorer. They'll try to set him up. The emotion's at a high right now. So here's St. Anthony's now. They're going to get the throw down deep. And we'll see if they can get it to those guys. And if Thano can make a save. That one's kicked out of play again, and they'll get a reset on it. Dangerous territory for a throw. They didn't go too deep on the first one. We'll see how these throws go. But we have seen long throws play a role. This one high in the air, so able to defend it, Chaminade. However, St. Anthony's keeping the pressure. Another one high up in the air. Intended target was Kyle Godoy. So maybe now St. Anthony's playing with a little bit of pressure, getting some spots down low in the offensive third. What they want to start doing, create that pressure in front of the net. Make it uncomfortable for Thano. And we've got a foul, and now a free kick here for St. Anthony's, Coach. What do they want to do?
So with this free kick, I would suggest or think that they would want to start putting pressure on Chaminade's goalkeeper. At this point, Chaminade's had a couple shots against their goalkeeper, and sometimes it's all about taking a chance and testing the goalie as well. So on this set piece, let's see if they can test the goalie. And
it's going to be Crespi over the ball. He serves it. The header does not find its way through. And up in the air, airborne on the other side, Pasakiolis. In front of Thano. Again, we talked about Nick McConaughey. He's a fast, athletic, tough kid, high IQ, wins balls as well back there, so a solid defense in front of Thano. Another one of the players that we're going to be watching out there tonight for Chaminade is a guy that their coach calls the wrecking ball, number 8, Robbie Malavi. And you can see he's gotten involved in a couple of those tackles. Plays the CDM position, skilled. And coach says he wins all the balls, 3 goals and an assist, and controls that middle. He's had a good showing so far. You hear the proverbial, hear the footsteps when he's coming. Heads are turning. St. Anthony's now trying to get something going. A little pushing and shoving right there. And there's got to be a conversation. Referee Joe Flick's going to go over there and just tell Rossiter he's got to calm down, push him with McConaughey. And here it is, another battle. And, boy, they're chirping. I'm sure they're just sharing, again, Instagram information, follow one another. But it's getting a little physical, getting a little chippy out there. Only 1-0, folks. 26 minutes remaining in this first half. You don't want to see anybody get a card or change this game. Watching the battles within the battles on the field. Some nice moves there by Nicholas Gentile, wearing number 8 in the middle on the other side. Gentile, a solid player, controls as well. He's got good feet. He's a distributor, can finish as well. And how about this? A nice through ball, good turn, but 2 defenders there. And a shot there by Massimo Fargnoli. And how about that counter? It happened quick.
End to end. High level, high intensity. You can tell that Chaminade's plan coming out tonight was partly to be all over these guys. And defenders being tight helps them win the ball back. And like you said, they're going fast and quick to go.
And let's tell you about some of the preparation for Chaminade. They played St. Benedict's, arguably the best team in the country. Well, let's take a look at this first. A nice cross there. Exactly what you want to do. Open up the field. That header, unfortunately, directed directly towards Pasakiolis. But they played St. Benedict's and had it 0-0 at the half. The second half didn't go their way. They wound up losing the game. And they came out and they said challenge met. They realized what they needed for success. And, Coach, they have not lost since that day. So taking on St. Benedict's, happy with the 0-0 at half, but taking the L and saying, now we know what it takes. And you know about preparation as a state champ. You set up some pretty tough games. We know Garden City also played St. Benedict's. As a coach, preparing to win the big games, how important are those non-league matches? Well, let's hold on to that, see what happens here. The touch brought back, battle back to the middle. So, Coach, preparation, talk about it for me.
So like you mentioned, especially when it comes to playing really good opponents, I think that's best because it gives you a chance to assess what level you're at, what you need to work on, how far you are off it. And like you said, it seemed like Chaminade played, and they accepted the challenge against St. Benedict's that we think we're working hard, but sometimes you might not be working as hard as you think. But, yeah, preparation is everything. Plan, and have a backup plan. And, again, it goes into success and everything you do winning as far as that.
And he did have this team prepped a lot. They also took a trip to the tournament in Del Barton. That one shot, what a save, my goodness. Out of nowhere, St. Anthony's gets their first shot. Thano ranging to his left. I didn't catch the shooter. The number's a little tough on St. Anthony's. Going to do our best for you folks. But a blast out of the midfield. And a big save there. Tough battle on the side. But they went to the tournament in Del Barton, and they won it. They also went to LaSalle at Rhode Island. Played St. Francis Prep. So no joking around this year. Chaminade wants to win this game. They're up 1-0, but St. Anthony's their best scoring opportunity just a moment ago. Matt Kacharnik. Kacharnik, the junior right back, starter. And he's held that down since day one. Tripped up, and there's going to be a call on the play. Feet tangled, did not seem intentional, but I can tell you right now, you do not want to have a free kick in this situation. That was Nicholas Gentile tying up some feet. And here he is again, Jack Dorsey. Not the easiest in the field position department, but his team set up, whether it's on frame or not. My guess, far post. Two-man wall. 22 minutes in the second half. Dorsey puts it across, and a great leaping save out there for Cole Lawrence. And it is settled back down. And what great movement down there. And that time, no call down in the corner, but the battles are real.
And it's coming from another set piece. Again, set piece already allowed Chaminade to score 1 goal so far. So if I was St. Anthony's, I would stop giving away cheap free kicks. It can really put them behind. So let's see how they're able to turn things around.
So back to the action here, and it's going to be a goal kick. This one is pushed up and won by Chaminade. So right now, St. Anthony's playing for that counterattack as Chaminade keeps bringing it. That one sent to the middle of the box, broken up, I believe, by number 3, Justin Martinez. Try to get eyes on him, but I'm pretty sure that's the center back there. It is. And here's another one of those 1v1 battles. A good step. What a tackle there by Dorsey. Ball squirts out to Michael Price and then booted away. Price up in the mix now. How about this one? It's a touch out in the middle and just missing wide of the net. Another opportunity for number 11, Massimo Fargnoli. He's everywhere. It clipped off of St. Anthony, so it is going to be a corner kick. Coach, big spot.
Huge spot. Another set piece, and Chaminade's really pouring it on. Those tackles are flying in, and they're keeping St. Anthony's locked in and able to gain themselves another corner kick. Let's see what they're able to do with this.
And a guy with the corner kick, 10 assists on the season, Massimo Bruno. Bruno puts it up. Ball bangs around. The header attempt flying in there is Connor Capobianco. Capobianco, lefty, had a great year. Tackles and will move up on the set pieces. Bruno, the one who took the corner, 10 assists, very skilled, aggressive. And he does mostly his assists come from crosses, which tells you why he's such a threat on the corner kick. So if you heard it, Diego Abrego entering the match. Senior, he plays in the 10. And I believe they also said number 12, Alexander Blair, entering the mix. Blair, senior, got going this season. Scored the game-tying goal versus St. Anthony's to claim the 1 seed. So we got to keep that in mind. It was a victory earlier for Chaminade that helped them clinch this seed to be the home team and the number 1. And the number 1's what matters right now. 1 tally on the board for Chaminade. What a great move there as Godoy sends it in. It's just over the heads of his intended targets, but how about no quit right there in either Thano Pasakiolis or the attacker? Ball kicked out of play. And that's what you want to see. Get the ball down low and try to connect. Here's a throw in. St. Anthony's really looking to try to even this score at 18.5 remaining in the first half. Ball played back, and now a nice touch and turn. Down low there, it was number 4, Mark Berner. Mark Berner, 2 goals and 2 assists on the season, and a burner indeed. He can fly up the field. Played back. Angelo Lucignano. Lucignano, a big body out on the left side. Solid defender, shoulder-to-shoulder kind of guy. Tough to get around. And don't let the size fool you. He can move laterally and up and down. But right now, he's looking downfield to see if his offense can get something going. That pass broken up by Ferrante. And back to Lucignano. This ball's put up, and it's a beauty right to the foot of Falanga. It's back, and just a little too heavy. No, kept on the field. Great footwork there. And my goodness, Fagnoli showing his stuff. A great header to knock that ball out. That was Justin Martinez diving and keeping that ball out of the box, and a play that you cannot dismiss. Ferrante settles the touch, and how good is Chaminade just settling the ball down and playing it out of the back?
Yes, Chaminade continues to show their composure, but not only composure, that the speed at which they're playing with is very, very impressive. As soon as they lose the ball, you can tell it's a big, big part of their team and focusing on winning the ball back. Here's St. Anthony's. Let's see if they can make something happen.
Well, they tried to make something happen as Crespi was looking up top, and then seemingly out of nowhere, Chaminade came in. And a big stop there by Nick McConaughey. Crespi sends it in. Crespi having a good game. How about that body work? Lucignano, we were just talking about how big he is, but sometimes it's not just the size of the dog of the fight, it's the size of the fight and the dog. And Robbie Malavi, the wrecking ball, certainly looked like one there. That's a battle I can't believe he even dared to do, never mind win. And the feet tie up. It's going to be a foul call there against Liam Kessler. Kessler a goal and 2 assists on the season again. Tall, can win 50-50s. There got tangled up, and Ferrante has a lot of leg. Plays this one short. Betty Bitty Sneaky. Fagnoli plays it back. Kacharnik. And they are poised. You said it, Coach. I mean, to play at this speed and to show the poise that they do and just the patience that they have is absolutely incredible, and it's how things happen. Good things. And one thing that has happened was a banger of a goal by Jack Dorsey on a set piece, a free kick, and St. Anthony since has kept the fouls away from that 18. Fool me once. Shame on you. Fool me twice. Shame on me. They are not going to try to give up another free. Here's a battle of speed. And what great shielding there by Capo Bianco, but a head full of steam from Nick Gentile. You got to be impressed with Gentile's work as far as the St. Anthony side go. He looks like he's just everywhere on the pitch.
He really does. He's definitely one guy that's trying to flip the momentum, and hopefully he can get some guys around him to help bring some energy to help them create more chances and get back into this game.
Crespi, another guy getting involved in that, right, Coach? So those are the two guys you see buzzing. Like, they're buzzing everywhere. Crespi taking it down that left wing. He's difficult to deal with. And then just everywhere on the field, Gentile. And there's, again, the beautiful kick sent down. And it was Crespi that was putting pressure on the goalie. So right on cue. Appreciate you, Jaden. And again, he's another one with poise. Good look, made a nice little spin, dished off the pass, got it to Godoy. Godoy, another one that's a big playmaker for this team. And how about number 11 the other way? Massimo Fagnoli. Feels like a matter of time he gets one. He has an engine that never quits. Absolutely sensational. And we've got another foul called. This one is a yellow card, has been assessed. And that yellow card called against Augustin Kina. Kina, the midi from Hauppauge. And a direct kick in the first yellow in this game. So referee Flick settling things down. He's had a busy day working a game. I believe he was the 12:30 in Whitman, and now back here at 7 o'clock. It's going to be Jack Dorsey over the ball. He's the guy taking the free kicks today. A little chip shot. Tries to find Fargnoli. He takes a beautiful touch and turn, but up over the net. And, Coach, they are getting things going every which way.
Another set piece. St. Anthony really has to be careful with how they're giving away these cheap free kicks because Chaminade looks dangerous on almost every set piece they're getting. So hopefully they can be more disciplined to not give away such cheap free kicks.
And you said that, and part of what makes this whole thing click is the coaching staff. And for Chaminade, it's Brian Anselmo. We told you about him. His associate head coach, Bill Easted, was a New York Tech coach in the 80s. And at Post, Club Ball, LI Select, Anselmo runs everything through Easted. Matt Chikovich of Fordham, played at Fordham, 15 years in the program. He's a varsity assistant, JV head coach. And we'll take a pause. We got one more, Coach. What a shot there, and in the net. Another absolute banger. I paused at the right times. And who is it? Jack Dorsey on his horse, and he gets a second goal. That one, he didn't need it to stop moving. On the roll, Jack Dorsey bangs another goal.
Wow. Jack Dorsey. Seems like he's a guy that's definitely ready for the moment. That comes from, again, a Chaminade defender being tight to St. Anthony's and winning the ball back right after they lost it. And again, there goes Jack stepping up to a huge moment. First one off a free kick. Second one running at the back line, composed enough to pick out the corner pocket. Well done, Jack.
You said it. It's the Jack attack. And honestly, midway, I didn't get to Coach Tim DeMoy, graduate in 2018. And the young 20-year-old coach that can relate to the athletes. And one of the things he said is, I got a guy in his 20s, 40s, 50s, 60s. We cover it all as far as decades on that coaching staff. On the other side, Coach Don Correo, the head coach, an absolutely sensational, storied career at St. Anthony's. He is on his side, DJ Correo, his son, the assistant, and I love that. A grad from 2007, player at Fordham, and was the head coach at Assumption. Mike Rockland played for him in 2004. Brendan Reardon, 2013, both assistants. Flavio Ferri has been there since 2014. And the goalkeeper coach, Jeff Michelli, and his son Christian played for St. Anthony. So a family affair on the St. Anthony side. And Chaminade covering the decades of experience. And these are the coaches putting in the hours to make all of this possible, folks. I hope you give your coaches hugs. They're the ones out there spending a lot of time with these guys to bring them to the top of their game. And the other thing, I know you're not going to want to hear it, but go give a referee a hug because they have to hear a lot from people who would rather be referees from the stands than on the field. So, oh boy, that's a heavy hit there going after Dorsey. Play's getting a little more pushing and shoving down there. But again, it takes a village. And you are seeing the results on the Chaminade side right now. And when you have a stud like Dorsey, tough to contain. And what a finisher. 10.5 minutes remaining in this first half. 2-0 Jack Dorsey, 2-0 Chaminade. Ferrante, a nice step there, gets that ball pushed up. Good battle down low over there. It was Andrew Bridgemanhel for St. Anthony's getting involved. So what do you think St. Anthony's now needs to do to create down 2-0? It's a lot of time left, right? 9:45 left. What do they need to do to get back in this game and at least start putting some pressure inside that 18?
So sometimes all it starts with is just resetting, right? Obviously being down 2-0 is not easy, especially in the playoffs first half. But like you mentioned, still a lot of time left. So they just got to reset and get back to the details, right? The preparation and things they talked about and ways they thought about attacking Chaminade. But 9 minutes until halftime, so it'll be interesting to see any adjustments or shifts that the coaches are able to make in order to help get their team back in the game. But again, still a lot of time left.
You said a lot of clock left, and part of that is going to have to be the containment of Jack Dorsey. How do we get him to slow down? They've done their best. They've really marked him up. They're playing kind of his zone, but they're always aware of where he is. But he still manages to get any kind of space. And this is what happens. A guy like Hudson Kiefer wide open. Kiefer gets knocked off the ball, but he had a lot of space. Kiefer, junior midfielder, aggressive, high-energy guy, and we'll watch him on the right side. He is just in wide-open territory, giving chase there.
So it's one of those tricky things, right? Being down 2-0, obviously you got to find a way back into the game, which is creating more offense, but you also don't want to expose yourself and give up more goals. So, again, this game plan and the way this game is going to go is really going to be interesting.
And this game being played east-west and north-south. Dorsey getting it out to the aforementioned Kiefer. Kiefer battling down low. A little extra nudge there. And the battle down there with Liam Kessler. So Kessler and Kiefer getting into it down low. And I guess they trust that they'll catch up to a guy like Kiefer because they are giving him a lot of space on the right side, more focused on where Dorsey is and the pressure coming on the left with Fargnoli. And Chaminade switching that presence. Fargnoli driving up the right most of the time. Diego Abrego now in the middle. You see him driving to the net looking for the ball. Abrego gets it. A nice touch back out. And they are moving that ball really well down there. There's Fargnoli. Last touch. It's going to be a corner kick. So Fargnoli was looking for Abrego. High-skilled guy. It's going to be a goal kick. All right, everybody was... I guess everybody was fooled, even St. Anthony's, because they rolled the ball towards the corner. So somebody saw something. But the officials are the ones there, and no complaints out of either side. So the correct call. Sent down. Tough battle there. Ferrante steps up. Now Dorsey. Dorsey to Ferrante. He's going to play it back. He's got to find the foot of McConaughey. He's going to shoot that ball up the left side. Shoulder-to-shoulder battle. Tapped out. Kind of a funny moment, folks. The PA just announced Hudson Kiefer in the game. He's been in there for a while, and the minute he said his name, Kiefer looked up like someone from the skies was talking to him. So a moment there for Kiefer. But he is open out on that right side. And we'll see if they can shoot that ball out. Battle for St. Anthony's continues in the middle of the field. They've got, again, some new personnel. You see Bridge Mennel working really hard out there, trying to get him the ball. 1v1 battle here. How about those moves by Kacharnik? And now on the foot of Abrego. Abrego takes one. It tips. Oh, my goodness. How do you like that one? Off of the back of Gianluca Falanga. Unconventional, but got the job done. Gianluca Calango. My goodness. Falanga. How do you defend this?
Once again, Chaminade's focus and pressure after winning the ball back, it really jumps out. They're able to turn them over, win the ball back in their attacking half. 1-2 passes and getting off a really good opportunity. So, again, they have been relentless and turning their pressure and ability to win the ball back into chance after chance.
You heard it, chance after chance, and that one you got to feel for Cole Lawrence. He was all prepared for a blast and then deflected off of the back of Falanga. Gianluca, the high-skill player, 18 goals on the season, the leading scorer of the team. gets that in an unconventional way. And again, that's 18 out of Falanga, 14 out of Dorsey. This is a high-powered offense. And then you throw in a guy like Fargnoli, 9 goals, just missed the double digits. And now a hill to climb, 4:47 on the clocks, folks. That goal came at about 5:30 remaining. So 35 minutes in, and the deflection off the back of Falanga. 3-0. So there's going to have to be some adjustments for St. Anthony's. I mean, right now, it's really just trying to win those physical battles, get the ball up the field.
And that goal really changes things, especially what the coaches, I'm sure, are going to be talking about at halftime on both sides. You never really want to concede right before the half, and especially to put them up 3-0. Definitely going to make it a lot tougher for St. Anthony's, but again, game isn't over until it's over. So hopefully they can find their way back into it. They're going to have to match the physicality of Chaminade, but here we go again. Another set piece for Chaminade off of a bad foul. Hopefully St. Anthony's able to defend this.
And probably no foul, a good foul, but that one, a bad foul, bad field position, probably not necessary. And you got Jack Dorsey now over the ball again. Dorsey scored the first 2. The third one off the back of Falanga, 3-0, 3 unanswered goals out of the gate. And here's Dorsey over the ball. He is capable of scoring from this distance, but he's got a great service. He puts that one on net. Oh, my goodness, off the fingertips of Lawrence. Tough ball to read. But he gets a handle on it, won't let it go out of bounds, and doesn't want to set up the corner. 3 minutes remaining in the first half. Good step there by Kacharnik, but picked up now. And how about this? St. Anthony's trying to get something going. Bodies banging all over the place. Sent down into the corner and offside. Something you don't want to get caught up in. As much as you want a goal, you got to try to keep your patience. And there it was Bridgman-Hell jumping the gun a little bit. Bridgman-Hell, 4 goals, 2 assists on the year. The goal scoring, if you look, really spread out all throughout this lineup. James Kelly, the leading goal scorer, with 7, but a whole bunch of guys with 4. Nick Gentile, Bridgman-Hell, 12 goals, obviously, for Shane Rossiter. He's the leading goal scorer of the team. Bridgman-Hell trying to turn on Ferrante, trying to turn the Jets on, and a little piggyback ride. You don't get that. And Bridgman-Hell is going to get the stop, the aggressive stop. And, I mean, that could have been a card, without a doubt, and a bad one in the offensive zone for them.
As a forward, I'm kind of biased about that one, all right? Defenders always get to be more physical, push guys around a bit, but when it comes to the forward, knocking around defender, those calls are always called against us. So, again, I understand it, but a little biased towards forwards.
Well, as a guy who was a defender, and not a very good one, a physical one, for a short while, you're the All-American. I'm going to trust you. But that was a piggyback ride, Coach Rodney. That's egregious. Come on now.
What about the times he's been?
He said, what about the times he's been? All right, we're not going to finish this argument. But 1 minute left. Chaminade trying to finish their argument, and it's going to be a free kick. Tough spot here. It's going to be put on the ground, and here's Jack Dorsey. And again, the man, you don't want the ball at the foot with 45 seconds. He's going to let it tick down a little bit. He got it down to 40. Service redirected right into the hands of Cole Lawrence. 30 seconds. It's going to be a big punt. You're going to try to go long ball here. Bridgman-Hell going up against Ferrante. Ferrante getting it on the head. Bouncing it back, and Chaminade might be trying to mount one more attack with 20 seconds remaining. Best to keep the ball central at this stage of the game for both teams. 15. 10, and here comes Chaminade. Shot off frame, and that is going to roll off to the side. Folks, You were watching the Classic physically, but right now, Chaminade dominating the scoreboard. 3-0 in favor of the Flyers headed into the second half. Folks, you're watching the T&D Sports Network. We're going to bring you all the action after halftime. Second half up on deck. All right, folks, we are back here in action at Adelphi University. It is the Boys Catholic Soccer Finals. Chaminade in the lead 3-0, looking fairly dominant against St. Anthony so far. And the crowd is roaring, the music is banging in here. And Coach Rodney, from what you saw in the first half, Dorsey twice, Falanga on kind of a fluky goal. Your assessment so far, I think we know what Chaminade has to do, but you can fill us in on both sides. What kind of adjustments need to be made, if any?
So for Chaminade, I would say not to change a thing. Obviously, their game plan as far as being aggressive, being tight, looking to win the ball back right away has helped them create chances. They have 3 right now, and honestly, it could have been 2, 3 more goals. For St. Anthony's, it's very, very important that they're able to somehow retain the ball, whether it's being stronger, in possession, getting more guys up the field, finding ways to test the back line, because right now it seems like a pretty easy day for them. So hopefully they talked about some ways to create more offense, being stronger on the ball, being able to retain possession a bit, and find their way back into this.
Well, you heard it there, folks, and we'll see if St. Anthony's can do anything. A lot of their attacks have been futile, but they've got some very dynamic players up top. Again, we've talked about Crespi. We talked about Rossiter. We've seen some guys mix it up. Godoy had a lot of touches in the beginning, and then Chaminade kind of shut him down. And then again, in that back line, you got the Franklin Square stud, Ferrante, locking it down. Big boy. Got to try to talk to him later. If he grew up in the square, what elementary? I was a John Street school kid, grew up on Grange. So we'll see what neck of the woods Ferrante's from. But either way, he's eating good in that household because he's a big boy and he's been making a lot of big stops. So they need to solve the puzzle down there, St. Anthony's. And one of the guys that can do it is Crespi. I'm so impressed with his footwork. A lot of good turns. That one served over the head of Kessler. Liam Kessler, another guy you'd like to see get involved. He gets bodied down there. Ferrante with the header. A nice touch into space. However, a good step there by St. Anthony's. Here comes Dorsey. You can't miss him when he touches the ball. What a touch. Almost caught his own guy off guard. Robbie Malavi, the wrecking ball. So I think if Malavi scores a goal, from what I understand, Coach Rodney's going to sing the Miley Cyrus song, Wrecking Ball, for us. So we'll see if that happens. Maybe we'll have him swinging from the ball like her in the video. But I think that might shut down T&D forever if we see something like that. Now, in the meantime, it's going to be a little bit of a reset. Clock dwindling down. Every second, they've got to try to get something going. And right now, 2 up high pressuring with Crespi settling in as well on that offensive attack. They got to get the ball up there, though, and right now the midfield needs to start generating. It's kind of in a attempted 4-3-3. That ball's kicked out, and we're going to have a corner kick. Well, the deadly corner kick being set up, we've seen this a few times, and certainly an effective set-piece team. From the shadows of Adelphi in that corner. The boot, it's up. Dorsey tries to get a foot on it and breaking out, and the bodies tie up, but a foul in the defensive side. St. Anthony's moving the ball back. So 37 and a half minutes remaining in the second half. Chaminade, I would like to say, left in the game as they continue to drive. They put a 4th on the board, and that hill is going to be really high for St. Anthony's to climb. Right now, 3-0 against the Flyers, who are flying. Coach, this is a Is there a psychological element to it? You see 3 with Chaminade. Obviously, they're still going to battle, but is there a part of it that you say to yourself, like, man, this is a too big a hill? I'm going to guess you're going to say no, of course. But is there a psychological element against a Chaminade team?
No. And the reason I would say, but Chaminade with a really close chance, just missing the post. Looks like they've gained a corner, but I would say no. But again, St. Anthony's has to do something sooner. I do see a shifting formation a bit with them trying to go with 2 forwards to try to, again, put more pressure on the defense. Hopefully these guys are up there able to battle a bit and help keep the ball, because that's the issue. St. Anthony's just not able to get out or play out the back.
Back in the action, that corner kick got booted out. Good clearance, and now repossessing Massimo Bruno, wearing number 7. Bruno, again, 10 assists on the season. He's a playmaker. That ball's going to get settled down now, and it's going to be a kick. Crespi tried making an argument, but his team had the call. Maybe he's saying when there's going to be a card against Chaminade, maybe not happy with the amount of fouls there are, but I think referee Joe Flick doing a pretty good job out there, calling it as he sees it. Ferrante with the step, chips the ball up, trying to find Dorsey. Turning around on the ball there is Augustin Kina, and back to Chaminade. Here's the long ball, but a nice job getting broken up out of the back. So the pressure continues as St. Anthony's just tries to get the ball up the field any which way they can. We say it repeatedly, the talent is there. Can't give up those turnovers. A lot of pulling and tugging down there. And here's Dorsey. Dorsey gets tripped up in traffic. Referee Joe Flick says, no, play on. It's been physical enough. Here comes Dorsey again. Heavy touch, pressure now from behind. Massimo Bruno. Bruno tries to get it, but it gets booted out. And what a little slide back to McConaughey to set the whole thing, reset the whole thing. And right now, Chaminade absolutely just taking all the wind out of the St. Anthony's team. They are touching the ball incessantly, every 50-50, every touch seemingly landing on the foot of a red cleat. Here's Crespi now trying to get something going, and they're going to call the foul there against McConaughey as he goes in hard against Kessler. So for those of you at home, it is 33 and a half minutes remaining with 6.5 into this second half. It's going to be a free kick here. And it's going to be Shane Rossiter over the ball. A man on the mission this evening. Again, we'll give our condolences to Shane. Playing with another level of purpose today. He's waiting for a whistle from the officials. Got a little frustrated how long that was taking as his team was setting up at the top of the 18. And now the official a little frustrated. He's saying, you didn't ask for 10. He's far enough. So Shane getting a little frustrated. He moved back like 2 steps. And by asking for 10, clock stops. So no harm, no foul. But if that clock was ticking, that might not be a request. Here's Rossiter. Ball's up, service. And, oh, what a battle out in front. And how about Pasakiolis punching that thing out through traffic. St. Anthony's continues to settle it down. And then finally kicked out by Connor Capobianco. This one served down. And there's Thano settling it down. How about that goalkeeping there? When you see your keeper going up in the air in traffic like that, you're proud of him, but a little nervous, no?
Very nervous. Again, because sometimes it's reliant on the referee making the call. So if he comes out, gets stuck behind somebody, and that's an easy way for a team to get a tap in. But again, well done. good eye on the ball, and way to make contact.
And he is part of this game that we can talk about. You know, I mean, obviously, with the amount of goals up on the board now, 3-0 with 32.5 remaining, it's easy to look over past Keolis, but he's done a stellar job back there. And of the adjustments made, you're noticing that Shane Rossiter now playing as the right back.
And as you look at the game, honestly, I understand that adjustment. They need to attack the outsides a bit and put in somebody like Shane at right back. His speed and pace, his creativity, it might be a way for them back into the game.
Well, there you heard it. Try to get somebody that can push up from the back, maybe not only with distribution, but move with the wheels and try to create some overlap, but to again, give away another corner kick. That's a third of the second half in the shadows. I believe it's Malavi taking it. It's hard because it's dark down there. But set up for the service. This one played short. Dorsey attacking and booted back out. And there's Chaminade again dispossessing. This one put out in front. A couple of good steps there, but right now, St. Anthony's struggling to get a pass together. And again, mental fatigue, physical fatigue, you put everything into this preparation-wise. You lay it all out on the field. And then you have this team in Chaminade, the Flyers. They're flying around. They are getting to everything first. And again, I'll ask you, is there a mental fatigue? Or do you think St. Anthony's is just right now not able to connect because of how good Chaminade's playing?
Exactly that. Chaminade's making it really, really tough. But again, I still think it's early that St. Anthony's is able to get one within the next 10 minutes or so. We still have a game in our hands. But you can see the adjustments. But I'm thinking that St. Anthony's should go a little bit more direct and have their big, strong forwards hold up the ball and help the team get out. Trying to play out at times is playing right into Chaminade's hands. You can tell they worked on the press. They're ready for the press. And they're winning the ball back almost instantly. So hopefully St. Anthony's can figure out some ways to get up the field and hold up the ball and some forwards be strong.
Well, we'll see if they can get that done. We are almost 10 minutes into this one, 9.5 to be exact. So 30-30 remaining on the clock, and they're going to push up their numbers. And there's that long ball trying to get it down there. Now, the other risk that you run when you start pushing the numbers up is obviously a counter. But right now, I think for St. Anthony's, like you said, it's imperative that they get on the scoreboard just to feel like they're back in this game. The crowd's been relatively quiet for a while, other than the occasional referee in the audience. But it's settled down quite a bit. It was a lot of mumbling and grumbling in a good way. The fans really getting into this, and now it's been kind of quiet. Here's Dorsey, big step. And again, we'll say it, absolutely a perfect climate for this game, literally 50 degrees. It's a beautiful fall night. Again, picturesque Long Island. The trees changing colors, and we are in fall territory. So this is the best we got here on the island. And of the best in the Catholics, you're watching these two right now. Chaminade, St. Anthony's. And how about this battle down low as Bruno sends it out front, and a big tie up there. And just kind of wrapped around. It was Cole Lawrence who went up as the aggressor and got wrapped up. I thought it was handled pretty well in front of him. And Lawrence up, no harm, no foul. Lawrence, 51 saves on the season. Stellar career. And his counterpart, again, Pasakiolis, battling it out. The senior goalkeeper sat last year as a third stringer behind two seniors, and now he's in there. And done a great job. And waiting in the wings behind him, the junior goalkeeper, Matthew Lagasse. So a bright future in net for this Chaminade team. Toss back. This is a chance now for St. Anthony's to set something up. It's booted in deep left side, giving chase from that burner kick was Jonah Beniquez. He's wearing number 21 out there. Here's Crespi, a battle. Oh, that's a big tug. And Dorsey's like, if you want a jersey, I'll buy you one for Christmas, but this one's staying on my back. You're not going to slow me down.
Dorsey's really showing all sides of his game. Obviously with the two great finishes, one from the set piece, one from open play. But he's also been flying around defensively. And not only is he winning the ball, he's retaining the ball as well. Great night for Dorsey.
It certainly is, and it's been a great night for Crespi also until now. Losing his cool a little bit, grabbing the jersey, frustration. He is essential to be on the field, and he's got a yellow card. He's going to take a breather. He heads to the end of the bench, grab himself a water bottle, and hopefully hit that reset button. But an unfortunate frustration situation. Crespi has to be on the field for St. Anthony's to get something going. A nice service there, a good battle down low. Cole Lawrence jumps up and grabs that one. Tucks it, surveys the field, and rolls it out to his defender. So we've talked about a lot of these starters, and we'll see if Chaminade gives any of the bench a burn at any particular point. 27 minutes remaining in this. Obviously, you're going to go full tilt, and there's guys that have to stay on the field. And 3-0 can switch in a doozy. This one up, and a big leaping grab there, and tip your hat to Pasakiolis. He pulls that one down. But you got Giovanni Gianola, the forward junior, the Swiss Army knife, change of speed guy. He wears number 26. We talked about Hudson Kiefer. He got it burned. Nick Matheo, another skilled athletic defender. He wears number 21. He's been in and out. Alex Blair got a burn. Wyatt Keys wears number 19. Coach said he's a real heady player, gets the game. And then Anthony Gianolo, strong athletic outside back. Those are the guys on the bench that get some time in this game. We'll see if they start giving breathers. But right now, honestly, the Chaminade players don't look like they need any. They are just moving. Here's Massimo Bruno, a little collision there. And the foul called against Chaminade. Ball be put on the ground there. And again, referee Joe Flick just trying to keep things as calm as you possibly can in what has turned out to be an extremely physical, high-paced game. What a move there by Capo Bianco. He's wearing number 3 on the defense. And you can hear Joe Flick from there. Play on. You have control of the ball. So right now, St. Anthony's starting to get, I'll call it pressure. They're getting the ball on the offensive side. They're not getting it very deep, but they are starting to move the ball. Feels like Chaminade is giving them space to do so because they know they can do that. They keep breaking up plays. Capo Bianco now jumping up into the offense as he does. Ball sent to the middle. A nice ball there, settled down by Falanga. He's already got one. And it's going to be a goal kick. Falanga tried to plead his case, but no go. 24 and a half minutes left. Coach, do you see a difference now in Chaminade? Are they giving St. Anthony space? Are you feeling that same continued attack?
Not ultimately that they're giving them space. I think St. Anthony's is trying a different approach with going a little bit more direct. So the same press looks a little bit different, but again, Chaminade still continues to win the first and second ball. So even though St. Anthony's is switching their approach, Chaminade is still remaining disciplined defensively. And again, I still, as time goes on, it seems harder to find a way for St. Anthony's to get back in this game. But still a ton of time left. Hopefully they can get something soon and make this a game.
That foul's going to stop the clock and make it a game is what they're going to try to do right now. Michael Price with the slide tackle hopped up and just walked off the field. He knew before it happened. So Michael Price assessed a yellow card, third in the game. One to Crespi on St. Anthony's, one to Keena on St. Anthony's, and now one assessed against Chaminade's Michael Price. It's going to be a free kick at the 50-yard line, 24-16 on the clock. In what has been a relatively one-sided second half. Big service. The attempted pass back was Yona Beniquez. And now this one, a light touch back to Mark Berner and settled all the way back for a reset long ball. Ferrante there to meet it with a header. Chaminade now looks like they're pushing like 2 up, actually 3 now getting in the mix. We'll see if they push the midfield up. And that's a really pretty ball there and a heavy touch. So it'll go out of play, but it'll be a throw-in. And Fargnoli just had a head full of steam on that one and ran right through it. But a good look and a good opportunity there for the speedy forward. Capobianco now getting much more involved. He's pushing up service into nowhere land. So St. Anthony's will take over. And here's the big man, Luciano. Angelo Luciano wearing number 12 on the defense. Number 30 on the defense. Big body, and he's been setting up some nice plays. Tough to get around. 23 minutes remaining in this second half. It is essential, I'd say in the next 7 at minimum, for St. Anthony's to get on the board. And even then, with 15 minutes left, it's going to be tough. So the clock is ticking down. As the game progresses, we should see St. Anthony's in a rush to get everything done and maybe a little bit more deliberate Chaminade. And this game is progressing again. Earlier, it was St. Anthony, the girls' side, winning the entire show. And it was number 13, Emily D'Souza, with the game winner in that one. It was just a relentless effort by her. And I went down to the field and I told her, thanks for making me look smart. I knew she was going to be involved in a goal somewhere there, and she came through. Lindsay Moy, a banger to tie that one. And they defeated Kellenberg and the Firebirds by a score of 2-1. So St. Anthony's has pushed a champion across on the girls' side, and now they're going to do their best to try to push one through on the boys' side. The clock continues to tick, 21 and a half minutes. You can see the clock and the scoreboard in the background, 3-0. And this one is put up. It's a great service deep into the box, but the header pushes it back out and giving chase into the corner. St. Anthony's settles it, but ultimately booted out by Chaminade. It'll be a throw-in. And they are moving the ball a little bit quicker. Maybe too quick because there are some substitutions. St. Anthony's making a 4-player substitution. Crespi back on the field. So some of the guys that are in, this is not, putting in guys that don't get time. What a shot by Crespi! Welcome back to the field. And how about that? What a goal. Jaden Crespi got the yellow card, re-entered on the substitution, and bada bing, bada boom, he scores 3-1 now. Don't call it a comeback. 20 and a half remaining in the game. What does that do for this team? And are you surprised? We're not surprised. It's Crespi.
So, again, that's the energy that can really turn this game on its head. As you see, even the fans are more into it. So, opportunity here. Let's see if they can find another quick goal to really, really flip this game on its head. But, again, beautiful night. Now we really have a game.
And how about that, Jaden Crespi? And now a foul. Crespi's going to be over the ball. A chance to bang a second one in. They're going to ask for 10. The clock will tick down, folks. You can see it in the background, 19 and a half. A lot of gamesmanship going on right here. You ask for 10, it's going to slow down the clock. People cannot complain about this one. You don't want it, you don't have to. But here's Crespi. He's going to put it on frame, off the post, and my goodness, that close. Who said soccer's not a game of inches? That one off the pipe could have easily been 3-2. Hands on his head, but Crespi should not be disappointed. He has come back in this game, and that Fryer is on fire. Crespi Critter. He is rocking and rolling right now. No more puns, right, Coach? And it's back in play. But more, St. Anthony's injected with a new energy, a new lease on life. And the tide has turned here at Adelphi, folks. St. Anthony's looking somewhat defeated the first 20 minutes. All of a sudden, now looks like the team ready to bring it. And Chaminade has to go back to what they were doing the whole time. Keep bringing it, try to score. We're not killing a clock with 18 left. This one served in. Up in the air and flipped over. A great save by Pasiciolis. And right back in play. St. Anthony's trying to maintain possession. Coach, the energy.
One thing I love about sports is the role that momentum really plays. You can see that goal has given not only the players on the field life, but the fans as well. It seems like a whole different team. And again, loving what they're bringing to the table. I'm hoping they can get one more to really make this thing a great game.
Well, you heard it. I mean, another goal, a great game. My goodness, they would be one of the best comebacks you'll see, and they are trying their best. That one gets through. Ferrante is going to let it go to his keeper, and Thano will pick it up. Move that ball out pretty quickly for the team that's up by 2. And now the Flyers a little bit on their heels as St. Anthony showing off what they can do. Ethan Chang playing it back to his defense for a reset. Mark Berner. Dorsey breaks up that one. Robbie Malavi in the mix. Ball gets sent up, but broken up by Shane Rossiter. The long ball, a swing and a miss, and the keeper will come out. It looked like tripping on the turf right there. It was Bridgman. And then the ball finally picked up as Pasiciolis, a little gamesmanship there, letting the clock tick. 16 and change on the scoreboard. 3-2 in favor of 3-1. Oh, better watch myself. 3-1 in favor of Chaminade. St. Anthony's looking to make it 3-2. And what a shoulder-to-shoulder there. All you need is some ice on the ground. That was a hockey layout right there. And as we alluded to earlier, Chaminade will be much more deliberate on the things that they do. The clock on their side right now, and they're going to take advantage of every second they can. And for St. Anthony's, they got to play quick. This one served back in, broken up by St. Anthony's. Booted up, Bridgemahel gives chase, but the header back the other way. On the back, easy call. Can't put your hands up on that one. You can't. You get that push, and it's going to get called every time. Boy, what a story for Crespi, too. Frustrated, pulls on Dorsey's shirt, practically rips it off, gets the yellow, comes back in, and a thing of beauty. That shot a highlight reel for Crespi. Here's Ferrante. Lots of leg over this ball. He'll look to serve it. And that one is up. Bounces around. Dorsey. Oh, look at that attempt at the bicycle kick. But nothing doing. And you got to give credit over there to Cole Lawrence. He was up and disrupting that play, or else there might have been a cleaner touch on it. That one gets through again. A good shield, excellent shield by Nick McConaughey. I think right there, Bridgemont, man, hell, I don't know if he got hurt or not, but I don't know. That looked like maybe the shoulder.
He seems to be getting up now. But again, the direct ball is really helping St. Anthony's back into this game. Chaminade seems to be struggling a little bit with it. And hopefully St. Anthony's can continue to put pressure on the defense and possibly nick another to make this last 10 minutes or so a really entertaining game.
And entertaining it has been. Some beautiful goals scored here. It opened up with a Dorsey free kick. That one's going to go out. So Dorsey with that free kick, and then Dorsey a second beautiful shot on the run, followed up and finished. And then, again, kind of a freaky goal as Fargnoli took a kick, and it bounced off the back of Falanga and redirected. That made it 3-0, but then Crespi said he had to be on the field for something to happen, and something happened with him on the field. This one dished down low off to Fargnoli. Fargnoli, a nice touch out in front. 1v1 battle won by St. Anthony's, but that could have been dangerous. A little over 13 minutes remaining. And how about that? A big turnover, Burnett Hall. And then just when Crespi was trying to look at his surroundings, in comes the perfect tackle. Pick your head up for 1 second and boom. And it's going to be a throw-in. And substitutions for St. Anthony's. So St. Anthony's looking to take the big throw, but it's slowed down by the substitution. You want to get your players out there, but again, you might want to, at the same time, as a coach in your head. Wow, how about that battle? Good shielding again, repeatedly, by Nick McConaughey. But as a coach, I mean, do you think about substitutions, or are you going, I got to get my guys out there, I'm seeing something, I get breathers, even though it might take 20 seconds off the clock?
Definitely. And sometimes those substitutions are a way for you to just talk to one of the players, two of the players, and for them to go back on the field and communicate that message. So sometimes substitutions can definitely help tactically, which I think would be important for Chaminade right now, that them to kind of reset and understand that they are in control of this game and to not allow St. Anthony's back in through just a hectic pace or a hectic plan. So sometimes those substitutions can really help just simply calming the team down.
So for St. Anthony's, again, every substitution can cost them. I don't know, Coach. I'll be honest. At a certain point in the game, I want my horses out there that are my ride or die, because I know that if I sub in that game, I'm going to slow this thing down. Down by 2. About 11 minutes now left in this one. Every second matters, especially in a 3-1 game where Chaminade came out possessed in the second half. And now St. Anthony's building those touches as they do. This is what St. Anthony's does. They're a possession team, foot to foot, box to box. And now they get the throw. You'll notice they expedite their throws a little bit quicker. And then here's Chaminade. What another beautiful tackle there. Just a clinic on the tackles. And a head full of steam, literally using the head. Bringing it down, Fargnoli. Fargnoli going to the net, running a little bit out of room. What a shot. The rebound out in front. Second effort right at the keeper. And Lawrence makes a save, but it was that initial one that might have been, I won't say a game saver, but as close as you get there. If that fourth goal went in, Fargnoli had space, had a couple of opportunities, took it deep, but a good shot, and that rebound just off the mark for a second shot that could have put the nail in the coffin. Under 10 minutes, and here is the direct kick. It's going to be Rossiter. He sends it deep. Could be some trouble. Bouncing around down there. Finally squirts through on a shot. And Pasakiolis gets that one. Handles it, tucks it, and then directs his defense and offense. Folks, again, this is the T&D Sports Network bringing you the best action here. The Catholic Finals, girls and boys, back-to-back today. St. Anthony's winning the championship on the girls' side and doing their best right now to get back into this one versus Chaminade. Thanks for joining us. Pasakiolis again settles it down. He's got time. He's going to survey the field. And this one up in the air. Going up for that ball. I mean, the same guy that told him it was a bad call 2 minutes ago just told him it was a good one. So that, I guess we know what team is. Justin Martinez went up for that one. If you could hear the things we hear up, folks, it's great. You gotta love sports fans everywhere. High school sports fans, parents watching their kids, classmates, teammates from other teams. This one a big bounce and another goal. Oh my God! It's a beauty. On the bounce, settled down, and right back in this, I believe, was Augustin Kina, number 22. He flew in the air like the Karate Kid. There you go, Augustin Kina. Flying in the air, and this game is now 3-2. The sense of urgency being met, 8 minutes remaining. Coach.
Great to see the sophomore getting in there and really taking a chance. He's just created a moment for himself, his family, that I'm sure he'll remember for a long time. But again, it gets back to Chaminade really struggling with this direct approach from St. Anthony's. The switch to two forwards up top, and them competing for the first and second ball has really helped them get back into this game. With 7 minutes or so left on the clock, we are in for a good one.
And a good one indeed. What looked like an impossible climb, and it hit a certain point where there was a lull in the action. Crespi comes in off of that yellow card and ignites the energy of this St. Anthony's team. And then flying in the air, looking like an acrobat in the circus, it's Kina who scores goal number 2. And nothing short of brilliance in almost all 5 goals up on the board. And look at that. Referee's going to stop the clock. So he's going to say, listen, you got to get that throw going. None of this flipping the ball around. He forced them to go quick. 7 minutes on the clock. And that's what a referee should do in a game as important as this, and one where anybody now can take this. Some pushing and shoving. A nice tackle there. Ball goes out. Foul called. Michael Price. And they still were thinking throw in, and now it's going to settle down. Lucignano up over the ball. The big defender boots this one in. And this has been dangerous. They are looking for that ball to squirt through, but Chaminade this time gets it. The attempted kick back in kind of shanked a little bit. More battles going on. I think Chaminade running their own players over. And boy, St. Anthony's shoots that one wide, but they are breaking through this defense repeatedly now. Where did this come from? Saving the best for last.
Direct approach. The long ball and looking to pick up the second one and really looking to play and create from that second ball. So credit to the coaching staff, credit to the players for their ability to adapt, shift styles a little bit, and it's putting a lot more pressure on the Chaminade defense. Let's see if they can get one late. 5 minutes left.
And that ball gets through. Past it, Keolis jumping down there. Three to two. 5 minutes remaining in the championship game. And here comes St. Anthony's again. That one sent in. The attempted bicycle click. Not completed. And then a whiff on the second effort. And my goodness, Bridgman Howell had the second effort. Just missed that kick. So 2 misses. And we've got a stoppage of the clock. And I love this by Joe Flick. He's not going to tolerate some injury. Get up. We're going to stop the clock. You're going to lay down on the floor. Unless he sees a bone protruding, you know, he's going to stop the clock right away. Then he'd probably stop the clock also. But no nonsense. We're not going to slow down the throws. I love this, pacing the game. It's too important, and St. Anthony's is putting in too much work to let the clock be killed. Folks, just understand, he is doing a great job on time management as an official right now. Now, if a St. Anthony's guy goes down, you can give it a little more leeway. He popped back up, stopping the clock there, benefits St. Anthony's. .422 on the clock. The restart. Oh, and a stoppage. A yellow card being assessed. I believe it's number 12, Alex Blair. And he had to be jarring about the stoppage of the clock for the injury. It's the only thing I could think of. And I understand the frustration. Hey, we go down, you blow the whistle quick. They go down, you blow the whistle quick, and he's still in the game. You know, you're on this job enough, you know exactly what the player's saying, right? Hey, if you stop the clock for them, get them off. But in the game, clock still moving. 4 minutes, 3-2 Chaminade. St. Anthony's absolutely dominating the last 15 minutes of the game. A whole new resurgence of energy on and off the field. Good touch there by Gianluca Falanga, but then he loses the ball. And here comes St. Anthony's going long ball again. Why not? It's been long ball chaos. Squirt through, get the shot. Couple of nice touches, and here he is. Crespi tries to distribute, looking for the through ball to Bridgman Howell. Nothing through. Pushed up, and here comes running down the side, Massimo Bruno. Bruno cutting to the inside. Bruno's got space. He takes one and sends it into the math department. That's going to bring the clock down to 3 minutes. Dorsey tripped up. And again, Flick is going to make them move. They're going to change kickers. Dorsey not taking it. Ferrante is. Ball's rolling around, and you know what's going to happen, right? Yeah, stop the clock. Dave got Chaminade. Oh, no, a yellow card for the mouth. I'll assume the mouth. It could have been moving the ball. But Liam Kessler off. And normally you're not happy about a yellow card, but he just stopped the clock again. Maybe that's a creative way. Dorsey tries to settle St. Anthony's, but then broken up. Ball put outside to Massimo Bruno. Bruno's going to bring it down to the corner flag. 2 minutes. Instead of trying, oh, that's a big one there. He got it off the foot of Bridgman-Howe. And it's going to be a throw-in. And down comes Connor Capobianco. He throws it in quickly. He knows that he doesn't want the clock stopped. Bridgman-Howe sends it up. It's met by Chaminade, booted right back into that corner, out, and it'll be a throw under 2 minutes on the clock. 150. They're going to change the thrower, so that's not slowing down the clock. The header. This one's put up. Chaminade wins. Dorsey, a nifty move, follows up, and then here's a second effort. Put into the corner. Gianluca Falanga trying to give chase. It's going to get kicked. Stays on the field, but won by Capobianco. Back the other way. Minute 20 remaining in this game. Hard battle. This could be the moment. Crespi, 1v1. Ferrante gets down there, uses his body to shield, and then the big boot. It's effortless out of Anthony Ferrante. One minute remaining on the clock. Lucignano over the ball. He's wasting his own time. Ball's got to get moved back. 10 seconds off the clock there. Here's Lucignano. He's going to send it down. Here's the chaos on net and a save. An incredible save there by Pasic Kiolis. 30 seconds. Chaminade looking to get it down the field and pin it. Possession, Chaminade. 20 seconds, coughed it up, goes the other way. The header by Dorsey might seal the deal. 15 seconds attacking. Held up there. It's going to take a long boot to get them back in. And you hear it. 5 seconds left on the clock. Ladies and gentlemen, where it belongs. On the field, your keeper finishing the job. It's the Chaminade Flyers winning the Catholic men's title by a score of 3-2. They had a 3-0 lead. St. Anthony's mounted a massive comeback, but 3-2 in favor of Chaminade. Coach, let's get your final thoughts before we sign out.
Overall, great game. It was good to see different styles from each team. Chaminade obviously came out strong, aggressive, looking to win the ball back right away, and that really impacted St. Anthony's. They were able to create a ton of chances going up 3-0. But credit to St. Anthony's coaches and players. They were able to find a way into the game, more of a direct approach. Chaminade seemed to struggle with, able to nick one back, get another 3-2, and make this game interesting late. So great game today. Congrats to Chaminade.
Congratulations, Chaminade. They are the Catholic Boys champions. Folks, we're going to have an award ceremony on the field. An absolutely fantastic effort out there. It wound up being the deflected goal off the back, the difference maker in this one. So, for our cameraman, producer, do it all down there out in the cold, the great Evan Laurie, my partner tonight, Coach Akil Rodney. I'm Robert Anderson. Thanks for joining us here on the T&D Sports Network.
a brief award ceremony, and we will see you soon.
Yeah.
No, game.
Yeah.
Nice meeting you.
Yep, you too. Get home safe.
Thank you. You too.
His brother, he plays with all but his brother was the one that scored
Once the teams shake hands, we'd like to ask them to line up for the award ceremony right over here in the middle of the field. We would like to also welcome onto the field this evening the president of the Catholic League and chair of the Boys Soccer Division, Mr. Ralph Gordon, the co-chair from Kellenberg, Bill Macias, the athletic director from Chaminade, Mr. John Honekamp, and the athletic director from St. Anthony's, Mr. Joe Minucci. We would like to start our award ceremony this evening with the runner-up for the 2025 season, the St. Anthony's Friars. I'd like to invite Joe Minucci and his captains to come receive the runner-up plaque. Congratulations on a great season. I'd like to now welcome out the athletic director at Chaminade, Mr. John Honekamp, as we are going to introduce each of the players individually from the Flyers. Number 0, Brendan Ospina. I know this is correct. 00, Matthew Lagasse. Number 1, Athanasios Pasakoulis. Number 2, Nicholas McConaughey. Number 3, Connor Capabianco. Number 5, Anthony Ferrante. Number 6, Jack Dorsey. Number 7, Massimo Bruno. Number 8, Robert Malave. Number 9, Gianluca Fernanda. Number 10, Diego Abrego. Number 11, Massimo Farginoli. Number 12, Alexander Blair. Number 15, Michael Price. Number 17, Sam Dwyer. Number 18, Nicholas D'Andrea. Number 19, Wyatt Keys. Number 20, Balmore Banos. Number 21, Nicholas Matthew. Number 22, Hudson Kiefer. Number 23, Anthony Gianola. Number 24, Matthew Kachonik. Number 26, Giovanni Gianola. Number 27, Brody Zdunjic. Number 28, Joseph Pavano. Number 30, Aiden McGuigan. And number 38, Marco Vasily. And now I'd like to present the championship plaque to the captains from your athletic director for 2025, the champion Chaminade Flyers. We now have some hardware to hand out for the league awards for the season. Chaminade is also the regular season champion, so congratulations to them. We have a goalkeepers award for the season from St. Anthony's, Cole Lawrence, and from Chaminade Athanasios Pasakiolis. Congratulations to both gentlemen. The offensive player of the year from Chaminade, Jack Dorsey. We have co-defensive players of the year from Chaminade, Robert Malave, and from St. Anthony's, Nicholas Gentile. And I would like to invite the captains from St. Anthony's to accept the Sportsmanship Award from your athletic director, Joe Minucci. Congratulations on a great recognition. And last but not least, our championship game MVP with 2 goals, Jack Dorsey. Congratulations to everybody on another great season of boys soccer in the Catholic League. We would like to thank everybody for joining us this evening. And we ask everybody, once complete, to please make your way to the exits and drive home safely. We will see you soon.